Hey, welcome back, everybody, to the Wolf Den. I'm Wolf.
And I'm Little Wolf.
And we've got another unboxing today. So this just came into the mail today, and we have not opened it yet. I know what it is. You probably do if you've seen the thumbnail, but let's dig into it. This we ordered in the beginning of December. It might have been around Black Friday, actually, and it finally shipped. So let's take a look.
Jeez.
I know, this one took a little while. So I reached out to JHS a few weeks ago, before Christmas actually, and just to check in on it. And they were actually experiencing some supply chain issues with some of their components. They got that resolved obviously this month, recently, and we're able to get everything shipped out.
It was late, but not as late like last year with their Harry Potter game, because you ordered it the year before and it finally came, right?
That's true. Yep. There was a Harry Potter Switch game that ended up being months and months late. All right, so let's take a look.
Ooh, bubbles.
All right, there it is. The JHS NOTAKLON. It's not a clone, but it's not a clone. And what's really cool about this, so if you follow JHS and Josh Scott, when he designed this to be essentially identical to the clone. And if you listen to some of his sound demos side by side, A/B testing with the NOTAKLON, it's identical. You can't tell the difference. However, this one is a DIY kit. So this is like an IKEA pedal. All right. So here we go. We've got an instruction book. Let's see. Yep. So real simple, step-by-step instruction. All right. It's the JHS NOTAKLON until you build it. And the other cool thing that this NOTAKLON comes with is the goop, if you were not aware. So the original clones, some of the circuit, or all of the circuit, all the key components in the circuit were actually covered in black goop to protect it from being reverse engineered, right? So you couldn't take it apart, see all the components. It kind of hid that, covered it all up. So there's actually a spot on here that you'll put the goop once you build it all out. So go ahead, start taking a few things out. So all metal case.
Whoa.
Very nice.
Big.
Okay.
Big.
And I love the all white, basic, almost like the 3 Series aesthetic. And then we have our label to put on the case as well.
Here we are.
So the cool thing about this, everything is integrated. So there's no soldering. There's no electrical work really that you have to put into it. You're not testing resistors and doing all that and then trying to solder it all together. This is going to be a snap apart type build.
Ooh, I love doing
So we
this.
can snap all this apart, start building it into the case, install it into the case, apply our goop. We've got our control knobs.
It looks cool on the inside.
It does. Nice, solid black control knobs with a set screw. So these are solid shank pots, control pots. Okay.
I love doing like snap projects, especially like the science one, like a rover that we built that
Yeah.
that Turn
The little
flashlight.
robot, yeah. The
Moves. Yeah, that was fun.
the light-powered robot that we
Yeah.
built. Okay, so a couple other case candy items. Nice big gravity pick, JHS gravity pick. A couple rubber feet for the case, and then a JHS button. Okay, so that's it for the unboxing. What we're going to do is we're going to get this set up, take a look at the instructions. We'll come right back and we'll start snapping this apart and building it. We're back. So we've got everything laid out. Just put a couple things away, some of the smaller stuff. Got a couple tools out. So really in the instructions here, pretty straightforward. All we need is a pair of pliers, which I like to use my Leatherman, and a screwdriver. So this one actually has a Phillips and a flat standard slotted screwdriver. And then what we want to do first is make sure that we have all of our components here, right?
Yep.
So we have the enclosure.
We have the enclosure, the back plate, the snap apart things, the one.
It's a PCBA. That's the PC card. Okay.
110
Millimeter.
millimeter, and then 11 millimeter wrench, and then a 14 millimeter wrench.
Yep. So cool thing is it's part of the board. So if you actually flip it over, 11, 10, 14. So once we get this all broken apart, we actually have the wrenches as part of the board. Okay, so let's go down the next.
3 knobs.
3 knobs.
1, 2, 3. Yep.
Check.
2 jack nut.
Okay. Let's make sure we have 2 jack nuts there.
2 jack washers.
Yep. There we go.
3 pot nut. 4 screws. 4 screws.
So these are actually the jack nut washers, sorry. And then the 3 nuts, 3 washers. Yep. Okay.
1
4
foot
screws.
foot switch nut. 1 foot switch nut.
Okay, got that. Check.
1 foot switch washer.
That's that one. Check.
And then 1 foot switch locking washer.
Locking washer. Check. And then
Then 1 ribbon cable.
1 ribbon cable right there. So we got all of our components there.
And goop.
And we've got our goop, right? So first step, we gotta snap it apart.
Ooh.
Okay, you wanna do some snapping? You wanna try it?
Nah.
No? That's it.
That sounded.
Real simple. Yep.
I want to do the edges.
You wanna do the edges with the pliers?
Yeah.
All right, let's get some pliers. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take it like this. Okay. So make sure that the pliers don't get on this side of the board. Okay, and then bend it, and then bend it the other way,
Sounds so weird.
and then we'll take it right off. Okay.
Sounds so weird. Open.
Yep. Squeeze. Yep.
Yeah, this is hard.
It's actually not super easy, is it?
No, but I'm gonna try this side.
Okay. Yep. There you go. And then go the other, maybe pull up on it as well.
Ew, I can't do it.
Okay.
That's
You
really
wanna
hard.
hold the pliers, squeeze. There we go.
Yay, teamwork.
And then right there. There we go. Set that one aside. And then here. Right here. Yep, squeeze. Got it. All right, one done. That one seems a little tough. Let me help you with that one. Yeah.
It was a toughie.
That one was tough. Okay, let's get this side. Okay. And then this one. Let's see if we can get this one. Okay, and then.
Can we just? Oh, I wanted to do
Oh,
it.
sorry. Take those apart. That's it. And then so nobody gets hung up on those little tabs there.
Can I do this one?
Yeah.
Open, please.
There you go.
That was easier.
A lot easier. A bit smaller. Okay, got that one there. Okay. There you go. All right.
Got it.
All right, that's probably all I need there. So, with the instructions, they're really great. They are picture, step-by-step type instructions. Really, really, really simple to follow. So, looking at step 3, we're going to need the ribbon cable. Okay. And then, let's see. Looks like we're going to be attaching our ribbon cable here. Okay, so if you look, all right, so we've got two different angles here. We got one that's coming in like this, and then one that's like that, right? There's going to be a notch on each side of that ribbon, and we want to line that notch up right there. So if you take a look, see the notch?
Yeah.
Yep. So you're going to, nice and easy, set that there, and then we're going to press it in. That's all there is to it. Okay, make sure it's seated. Good. Okay, now that's all step 3. That's it. So the next step is we're going to be working in the enclosure. Okay, so this is already installed. All the pots are already installed. So nope, you're going to take that and you're going to actually put that in your enclosure here. There you go. Yep. So once that's in, now we're going to take the pot washers. That's these right here. So you probably have better fingernails than I do. All right, we're going to set one on each.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Now, this is a personal preference, but if you check out each washer, you're going to find that one side has smooth edges, one side has rough edges. I like to set the smooth edges up. So I'm going to flip this one. You want to grab that one and then flip that over for me. It's not really important. Doesn't really matter.
This edge?
Yep, you can feel the difference?
Yes, I can.
Okay, now we're going to drop that nut on. And we'll just turn it a little bit. And then we'll tighten them up with our handy dandy wrenches. Yep, and just make sure whenever you're putting any of these nuts on like this, definitely make sure you can get them run on to the threads by hand and just snug them up. That way, before you ever take a wrench to it, you don't accidentally cross thread it. Okay.
It says don't over tighten.
Don't over tighten. So go ahead and tighten those up.
It says 10, the 10 side.
Yep.
Come on.
No, that's okay. What you're actually hitting the washer, right? So lift it up just a little bit, and then you'll be able to. No, you got it. Here. So just kind of set it in there like that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And then it falls.
Yep. Snug it up.
That good?
Yeah, let me feel. It looks good. So, yeah, that's good for sure.
This is a difficult part.
There you go. Okay, and then what I like to do to make it a little bit easier so you don't catch it there, just go down on top of it, right? And then just rotate till it falls on. There you go. And then you can turn it.
That feels good.
Okay, next.
Come on, go on. It won't come up.
Okay, let's see. Alright, yep, looks good. Yeah, perfect.
Yay!
Great. Okay, now, number 5, step 5. We're going to take our other board.
It says the foot switch locking washer, which is
That
this
one right there. Yep. So you're going to put that down over top of the foot switch. So
this.
just, yep, drop it straight down. Okay. Yep. And then we're going to put it in the enclosure.
Which is this.
So we're going to take it. We're actually going to set it in there like this. Okay. Now, what we want to look for is to make sure there's a little LED light that we want to make sure lines up with this hole here. Okay. There we go. And then we're going to have these jacks here on the back. We want to make sure they stay lined up as well. Okay. So looks like we're good there.
The foot switch washer, which is this one, right? And then it says foot switch nut.
Yep. So you just drop the washer on first, then drop the nut.
And it's the 14.
Yep. So remember, always make sure you can get it started really well by hand. Just like that. It's good. And then you can snug it up by hand, and then we'll wrench it down. Okay, looks pretty good. And I think these wrenches are kind of cool because if you really over torque them, you probably are going to mess up the wrench.
Yeah.
Right? So kind of helps you out with that. Okay, next step.
Step 6.
Yep. So
Jack nut and the jack washer.
yep. So on the back side, we've got the jack that's going to be in place here. So this is going to be where we plug in our guitar cables, right?
It's like that.
So they're actually going to flip over.
It says like that.
So yeah, it's a little confusing because what you're looking at is the beveled side. That's this side right here. That sticks up like that. Yeah, and it falls right into the hole.
And then
Okay, and then those we want to line up. And with these are going to thread into a plastic jack. So you definitely want to make sure that these start very easily, right? So rotate it. Yep. Did it feel like it dropped in? There you go. And then you can snug them up by hand.
it says the 11 side for this one.
And make sure. Yep, it looks good.
Dropped it.
Okay.
Again.
That's all right.
harder with this one because of this one.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. Let's double check. I think that's good. Oh, yeah. Good. Good. All right. We definitely don't want to over-tighten those because they are going into plastic. That's going to be a lot easier to strip out if we over-tighten.
Bring it upside down.
So, same thing we did on the other side. You're going to take this and we're just going to plug it in. Plug in our ribbon cable. Should go nice and easy. Yeah? Perfect. Okay, now, let's see. They're going to have us put the knobs on, looks like. Yep. And then we can, it's probably going to be this last step. I don't want to get ahead. Yeah, for sure. The goop. Okay, so we want to get our knobs on. So what we want to do, whenever you're putting knobs on, okay, so you want to make sure that you fully rotate counterclockwise your knobs. Make sure they're set. Basically, that would be like all the way to 0. And then when you're setting up your knobs here, you're gonna place them so they're, if you're looking at a clock face, about 7 o'clock, and then that will allow us to have the proper sweep all the way around. Okay, so let's
Your fingers are
make sure we have them set, and then let's unscrew it a little bit. Actually, I'm going to need my smaller screwdriver here on my multi-tool. Yeah.
Well, at least it has the other head, right?
Yeah.
I'll switch it back.
Okay. Okay, so make sure.
Wow, that is small.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Good, good. Okay, so let's go ahead and get them all set on there.
So, like that?
We're going to probably set it about like that. Well, let's do one at a time. So we'll set it here where we want it. All right, we'll look at it and say, okay, that's about right, yeah? And then they turn really easily. Then we'll snug it up. And then what we're going to do, so I've got it set, we'll just kind of turn the knob, and that looks about right. We could actually probably turn it a little bit more clockwise, just ever so slightly. Let's see. We don't have to, but
It says to spin it 3 times. Because it shows on the picture to spin 3 times.
Yep. Well, so that is, we're going to do this same process 3 times. All right, so we'll kind of line them up the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty close. Right there, yeah. And we'll tighten it down. Okay. And then
Test it.
all right, and we'll do the last one.
That looks about right.
Yep. Right there. Got it. Okay. Guess what?
Test.
That's it. Now, let's wait to put the back plate on. All right. We'll get cleaned up. Part 3, we're going to set it up, and we'll set up a AB. I'm not going to put the goop on just yet.
No
Okay.
goop yet.
We'll put the goop on after we test everything out. And then we're going to sign and date inside the back plate. Maybe draw a little picture.
Yay! I want to draw it.
And then we'll get it closed up. So, all right, thanks for sticking around with us. We'll come back and we'll play it through a little bit.
Yay!
We're back, and we've got the NOTAKLON set up here, and we have a line 6 catalyst on the boutique clean with everything across the board at 12. So let's listen to that in the bridge position on this Les Paul. So there's just a tiny, tiny bit of breakup that's starting to happen there. Let's kick on the NOTAKLON. Again, just playing through some open chords. And that's everything at 12. Hit the plus mod, which is a JHS mod that was originally done on the, I believe, the KTRs. Turn the volume down. We'll turn the gain back a little bit, turn the volume back up. Alright, let's turn the gain all the way down.
Yeah. Yes, volume down.
And gain all the way up. And treble up. And plus. Treble down. Okay, so let's maybe switch it out and play a strat. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and I've got a Squire vintage modified surf strat. This has been modified over time, but it has some low output single coil pickups. And right now I'm in the bridge and middle number 4 position. Same amp settings in that boutique setting, everything on 12. Adjusted only the master volume to try to match the output a little bit of the Les Paul. So real boost with those single coils there. From the bridge. Position 2. How about some gain? You want to crank up the gain? Crank it, crank it, crank it. So, let's crank the treble. I'm boring her. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to swap this out for the soul food and just play a couple of those things too. It's not going to be identical. It's not a true A-B, kind of test. Setting up a looper and just kind of switching back and forth between the two pedals. It's just kind of a run through. There's so many different settings and sounds that you can get out of a Klon in general. Okay, with the soul food, set up everything at 12 as well. Position 2. Crank the drive. Love the drive. Just crank that treble. Run that back a little bit. boost it.
You messed up.
I sure did. All right. All right. Everything back at noon. Okay, we want to hear the Les Paul Through the Soul Food. All right, back with the Les Paul. All right. You're so bored.
No.
Okay. All right.
Just tired.
Okay. All right, that about wraps it up for us. That is the JHS NOTAKLON. We will sign our back plate, put in some goop, close it up, and call it a day. Thanks for hanging out with us a little bit more. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell us what you think. Do you have one? Do you have an original clone? A KTR? A clone? A soul food? Any of the clones out there, leave a comment and let us know. Thanks again. Put it down on the...
Won't stop.
Okay.